What happens when a game becomes more than just strategy and competition, and instead becomes a pathway to purpose, growth, and real-world change? On this episode of the Today's the Day Changemakers podcast, I'm joined by Adrian Roberts, a nationally ranked U.S. Chess Federation expert and founder of Checkmate to a Better Future. It's a nonprofit organization dedicated to transforming lives through chess. And the most important part is that he's still in high school. Aston's work spans classrooms, communities, and even the Essex County Juvenile Detention Center, where he's pioneered a chess-based curriculum focused on foresight, behavior, and life skills. And also joining us is his dad, Adrian Roberts, a driving force of support behind Aston's journey. Together we'll explore how one teen's passion for chess is creating ripples of impact far beyond the board. But before we dive in, don't forget, subscribe to the Today's the Day Changemakers YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Today is the Day Live It. Today is the Day is more than just a podcast. It's a movement rooted in clarity, courage, connection, and impact. Through coaching and consulting, I help individuals and teams find clarity of focus, the courage to move forward, and the connections that lead to growth. Whether you're leading a mission, launching a vision, or navigating change, I can help you build the kind of network that lifts you up and supports the impact you're meant to create. And be sure to save the date for the Today's the Day Changemakers International Forum, where global voices come together to embrace transformation and inspire action. Go to todayisthedayliveit.com. And lastly, if this episode or any prior episodes have helped you to feel connected, inspired, empowered, or just seen a little more, consider giving back. Your contribution, no matter what the size, helps to keep these stories alive and accessible to all. You can go to our streaming sites to find out more information, or todayisthedayliveit.com. Thank you, everyone. Have a great week. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Today's the Day Changemakers podcast. I'm the host, Jody Grunwald, and as I say every single week, I interview the changemakers, the inspirers, and those who are disrupting the status quo in the best way possible. And today, I have a father and son duo, but we're here really to interview the son. So, Adrian Roberts, how are you?
Good. I'm happy to be here. Excited to share what I know.
I'm excited to hear more about all the things you're doing. And Adrian Roberts, nice to meet you, and so happy you can join us.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do, as I always do, is I'm going to read a little bit from your bios, and we're going to get into a nice little conversation. So Adrian Roberts is a seasoned chess instructor and coach who has provided lessons to elementary and middle school students from Livingston and surrounding communities since June 2022, 1 year after moving from New York City. I'm from New York as well. He has also conducted chess lessons for students at Rutgers University Pre-College Summer Institute program, as well as Admission Squad in New York City. Beyond chess, Aston is well-rounded scholar athlete and is actively involved in various extracurricular activities and community service. He's a co-founder and co-captain of the Livingston High School chess team, a key offensive player for the Livingston High School soccer team and Black River Soccer Club, as well as classically trained pianist since age 5. That's amazing. Additionally, he served as a counselor in training at Livingston's Junior Police Academy for 3 consecutive summers and facilitated engagement between the Livingston Police Department and the high school chess team through the Livingston Police Department Blue-Green Shield program. Aston is also the founder, and this is what I'm excited to talk to you about, of Checkmate to a Better Future, a 501c3 nonprofit organization founded in 2024 to provide transformative chess opportunities for young people and adults. There's so much more I can read here, Aston, but I'm gonna save it for our conversation. And then Adrian, I'm gonna touch on some of the things that you do. Adrian is a seasoned information and cybersecurity executive with a proven track record in the financial services sector, currently serving in a senior leadership role and at MUFG in New York. Known for his strategic vision and collaborative leadership, Adrian has successfully aligned security operations with enterprise goals, strengthened vendor partnerships, and built resilient cyber frameworks to safeguard critical assets. And beyond his professional and academic accomplishments, Adrian is passionate about chess, and he's a chess enthusiast who has been instrumental in enhancing the chess culture within Livingston Township. Adrian, I can also go on and on with the two of you. So I have your bios here, and they're very, very well-rounded and long because you guys are doing so many things. So congratulations and kudos to both of you.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, Aston, I just want to know what inspired you?
Well, I think what inspired me was I really just wanted to help and give back to the community and teach what I know about chess because I've been playing for so long. So I think that's really what inspired me to give back to the community and teach others.
How did your love for chess begin?
Well, my dad taught me when I was about 7, and ever since then I sort of took off, and I loved going to tournaments and especially the state and national events when I was living in New York. I would go to Nashville, Tennessee for tournaments, and that just struck something inside me. And ever since then, I've been playing, going to these tournaments and things like that.
It's incredible. Adrian, when did you first start being interested in chess?
I learned to play chess when I was about 8 years old. There was a teacher who used to stay with us when I was growing up in Jamaica, and he taught me how to move the pieces around. Unfortunately, I didn't have anyone else to play with, so I didn't really do a whole lot of playing of chess, in my earlier years. But I still kind of a dibble dabbled in high school. And when Aston was born, I said, yeah, let me teach him. And then I've learned so much from him, as a result of all that. I've actually gained a whole lot of passion about chess through him and through his engagement, in school. So yeah, it's been great. It's been a great journey for us.
Isn't it amazing how much our children can inspire us even more than we were inspired when we were children?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, when did you move here from Jamaica?
I moved here when I was 14 years old.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, so you did have a lot of your childhood in Jamaica. That's amazing. You brought it here and brought it to Aston. So Aston, why is chess so special to you?
I've asked myself that a lot. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure because I'm not sure what made me continue it other than going to the state and national events. So I just feel like it's a sport, well, not a sport, but something that once you learn, you can't unlearn it, you can't forget it. It's not like a physical sport like soccer, where once you grow older, you can't really play it the way you used to. But with chess, you can play it at any age. It's like a lifetime skill.
That's a really great way to look at it. That is a lifetime skill. Doesn't matter what age you are. I love that. Now, how does chess help other people and how does it help you as well?
Well, I think chess is a really important game when you're considering and you're comparing it to life because you take the things that you calculate in chess and like such as patience, like the different virtues, and you take what you learn from chess and apply it to your life. And I feel that it's definitely helped me tremendously, especially in school. When I started learning how to play, I think I started playing better. I started doing better in school as a result of applying those critical thinking skills to both chess and my academics.
And Adrian, did you notice that difference too when he started playing chess, how it helped him academically and what other ways do you think it helped him as well?
Yeah, it's actually interesting. I don't think I initially put the two and two together. I mean, I've always kind of known that, chess has its benefits. Um, but like so immediately when he started playing it, I didn't think that it had anything to do with, what he was doing. But over time, I realized that, oh, wait a second, there is something here because he just got better and better at it, and he also got better and better at his schoolwork, a lot more focus and so forth. So, I started to kind of see the connection between the two. Yeah.
It's been Aston, how old are you?
I'm 17 now.
Yeah, you're 17. And at 17, just 17 years old, you started Checkmate to a Better Future. Can you tell us what it's all about?
Yeah, so Checkmate to a Better Future is a nonprofit that I founded, and my parents support me. And so basically, it's teaching chess to a lot of different groups. So I started teaching originally in 2022 with kids from Jack and Jill, and I also went to Rutgers to teach some students there. And then in 2024, in about last year, we met with the Board of Essex County in order to move it to the Essex County Juvenile Detention Center, which is what's really taken off. And so I've been teaching the residents of there for about a year now.
How do you think it's benefiting them by you being there?
I think it's an escape for them because it's a lot different from their everyday lives in the detention center. I could imagine that it's chaotic at times, and I feel like being able to play chess at 8 o'clock in the morning, while it might not sound that appealing to some that don't play, it's a way to start it's a good way to start the day. Your mind is fresh, and for that hour that we're in there, it's just a lot of fun. I can tell that they have a lot of fun playing.
That's truly amazing. Adrian, what have you seen from your side, seeing this nonprofit start and knowing that Aston's the reason why?
Yeah, well, obviously, as a parent, right? Pride and joy, right? But more importantly, right? The value system that he has instilled, well, he that's instilled in him that he has, is really admirable, right? The fact that he wants to give back, right? At such an early age, right? Is tremendous, right? Speaks volumes to who he is as a person, his character. At the detention center, the residents there, I mean, they really take to him. They're amazed at his skill level, and they're very competitive. And they leave there energized, right? They can't wait to go back and try some of the things that he's shown them and so forth. So, I think it's just been really great. I mean, we're blessed, to basically have that opportunity to basically be able to give back, right? We're in a position to do that. So, yeah, it's really good. And like I said, I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy for him. Yeah, it's just great.
Beautiful. Do you know how many residents have participated, Aston?
So far, we've had 9.
Great. It's wonderful. And after high school, what's your vision for Checkmate to a better future?
Well, I want to expand it, obviously, to, as of right now, we're expanding to the adult correctional facility. And so hopefully expand all over New Jersey and maybe nationally. No, that's very ambitious, but yeah.
It's okay. Ambition is amazing, and that's awesome, and it'll get you very, very far. And your dad's smiling because he knows that, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
So, how did you know there was a need for starting something like this?
Well, I just figured I would want to teach chess to those that maybe don't have the chance to learn in the way that I'm teaching it, because the way I'm teaching it, I'm applying the lessons to life, and anyone can learn chess, but not everyone can see how it can impact their lives and transform it. So I felt starting in our correctional facilities was like a really good way to do that.
It's great. Adrian, do you know when Aston is working with some of those at the correctional facility, are you there with him as well?
Yes, I'm there, and usually I will work with the officers, because in the room, they always have to have an officer there. So I will engage with the officer. Some of them know how to play, some of them don't know how to play at all. So I will do my part in terms of teaching them, because I think it's a good way to have like a holistic type of environment, right? Kind of like pushing chess, both to the residents and to the officers. So it's kind of like an opportunistic, moment, right? When you have the officers there, and they're very much engaging, and a lot of them, they're really willing, they really want to learn also. So, yeah, I think this Checkmate to a Better Future is really helping to establish a chess culture, within the facility, which I think is really important. Yeah.
And the residents are open; they want to learn the chess. Not all of them, obviously, but they volunteer to want to do the program, or how does that work?
Well, it's more on an honor system from what I remember when we first started. It's about um, the residents that have behaved the best, and also grouping them together based on which residents can be in the same room, because
Mhm.
there's conflict, of course. So it's about that. But the ones who do come down are all very, very motivated. Like I can tell from the moment that I teach them, they're very excited. And a lot of them know how to play a little bit from upstairs because upstairs they all play chess. And it's been growing since I started teaching.
Wow, that's just I love this whole thing, and I love that you started this at such a young age. How is it being funded now, and do you plan to have provide more more funding for more types of these type of programs in the future?
Right now, yeah, it's being funded by myself and my parents because we get the boards to go in and as well as magazines that we've all paid for. And so in the future, we hope to fund it more so that it can spread, of course.
Yeah. Are you looking for funders right now, Adrian?
Yes, yes, we would love to have some funders. As a matter of fact, we do have, we'll talk a little bit about the upcoming tournament fundraiser.
Yes,
Yeah, in the summer.
yeah, so we have a tournament August 9th in Livingston where we're hosting basically a chess day and people are signing up. So it's like 100 people that sign up and we're donating 4 tables. I believe
Yep.
4 tables to where is it?
Essex County Parks Department.
Parks Department.
Yep.
So we're fundraising for that right now.
Yeah. So they have an initiative where they want to put chess tables, concrete chess tables throughout parks in Essex County. Right. So Checkmate to a Better Future is helping to make that a reality. So we're looking for, sponsors and donators, and donations or donors, I should say, for that program. Yeah.
Can you tell everybody where they can go to find out more information? I want to say this a few times throughout the podcast so people know where to go.
You go to checkmatetoabetterfuture.org. .com, sorry. Checkmatetoabetterfuture.com.
That's perfect. That's all right. It's easy, very easy. So I know that you're getting ready for college soon. What colleges are you considering?
I'm considering a wide variety so far along the East Coast, but I haven't really narrowed it down just yet.
Do you know what you want to go for?
Yeah, environmental science and political science. I'm hoping to get a double major in that.
So wait, ambitious. You are definitely an ambitious student. That's amazing. That's a great double major. And do you think you'll be bringing chess programs into college?
Well, I'll probably play in college, not as much as I'm playing right now, of course, but I'll definitely bring chess into my future. Definitely in terms of checking to a better future and expanding that. So, yeah.
Do you have a thought process of where you'd like to see Checkmate to a Better Future grow to? Like you said, you want it nationally. Do you want to have it, chess tables in more parks, or do you want to teach more kids in detention centers? Do you have any thoughts on what's next?
I would like to teach a lot more because I think it's a game everyone can get to learn, and especially with the aspects of applying it to life, I think that's something really, really valuable for everyone. So as many facilities as we can get into, it would be great.
What does it mean to be a national master?
National Master is like it's a title from United States Chess Federation. So it's having a rating of 2200. And right now I'm 2140. So that's where I sit. So close.
So how long could it take you to get to that? How much longer could it take you to get to that 2200?
60 points doesn't sound like a lot, but it's difficult. It gets more difficult as you gain. So I'm hoping I can get it before I finish applying colleges. So in a couple months, but fingers crossed, we'll see what happens.
Oh, my fingers are definitely crossed for you, and you'll have to let us know if it happens. We want to have you back on so you can share in the excitement of that. What does that mean for you, Adrian, when you hear him say that?
It really shows his dedication, right? Because to get to, 2000 or 2100, right? It's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of dedication, it's a lot of commitment, it's a lot of studying, right? And it's a lot of playing a lot of tournaments to get to that point. So, I'm proud of him in terms of sticking with it, and how far he's progressed, and the fact that he's at the cusp of being a national master. It's great. So yeah, it's really good stuff.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little secret, Aston. I don't know how to play chess. So I might need to have some classes from you here because I have no idea how to do it. I'm great at checkers, but chess, mm-mm. So have you had a student like me who struggles with learning the game at all?
I think everyone struggles at first because it's like even I mean, I struggle at first too. I'm sure everyone does because it's not an easy game to learn. But I think once you do learn it, becomes something that you just grow and grow it at. And once you learn it right, like I said before, you can't. So
Yeah, I think the more I hear your excitement about it, I think the more I need to learn it. It sounds like a very good connective strategic game, and like you said, you can apply it to life, which I like, which is amazing. Is it harder to teach than to play, do you think?
in the past, I probably would have said it's harder to play, but now I would say yes, harder to teach because I have to articulate things in a manner that people that are just starting can understand. And so sometimes that's difficult to do.
Yes, I understand that because I know with my mind, I'm not an easy learner, so I can imagine what it's like to teach someone like myself, especially something like that. When you're not playing chess, what do you love to do?
I play soccer, club soccer, and I love to go to New York City, hang out with my friends because that's where I grew up. So I go there to visit them. Sometimes I play tournaments, but yeah, um, yeah, just soccer and hanging out with my friends.
So you were born in the city itself? Yeah.
In Washington Heights.
Oh, sure. Yes, yes. I'm a Brooklyn girl myself, so yes, we are transplants to New Jersey, so I get it 100%. But Adrian, you're the one who had the biggest transplant from Jamaica to here. Very, very different, isn't it?
Yes, I was actually born in London, so yeah, another dimension there. So, and then I grew up in Jamaica, and then I moved here. So yeah, it's yeah, but it's it's great. It's been fun. Yeah, yeah.
World traveler. That's awesome.
Mhm.
So who's your mentor, Adrian? Do you have one?
Me
Uh,
or
well, I'm going to ask you both this. Do you both, I'll ask you both the same question. So, Adrian, do you did you have a mentor when you were growing up?
yes. So the person who was like instrumental in my life and a mentor to me was if you call Colin Powell. Colin Powell's so his aunt was my school teacher, and she took me under her wing, so to speak, and taught me lots of things growing up. So that's one person that I, always hold near and dear to my heart. And then there's a second person who I also held near and dear to my heart, which is she's a Professor Bailey. Unfortunately, she passed away in a tragic accident a few years ago. But she was also very instrumental in molding, my technology career. She gave me an opportunity to work at IBM and so forth. So those are my two, people who have been really, yeah, instrumental in my life.
Did you meet Colin Powell?
I did not. No, I have not. But
Okay, I didn't know if maybe you had the luxury of that, but it still sounds so great that his
yes.
aunt was your mentor. That's amazing. So, Aston, who's your mentor?
I have a few. My dad, of course, because he taught me the game and takes me to the tournament all the time. Um, I would say other than that, I have coaches that have taught me a lot, from school coaches to private coaches in chess. So those are my mentors.
What are your thoughts about being a mentor to someone?
I think you definitely can't take it for granted because the impact that you have on others is really, really important. The effect that you have.
Absolutely. Do you realize the impact, or we can never really have the full scope, but the impact that you're having, the positive impact that you're having on those in the juvenile detention center, and all those you come in contact with, do you realize that positive impact that you're having on them?
I do because when I see how much fun they're having, obviously I won't understand the full extent, but yeah, when I see the fun that they're having, that's when I started to realize, okay, I'm actually making a big difference, and this is definitely something I need to keep doing.
Yeah. And you know what? You never know in 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when they've moved out and gone on in their life to do, hopefully great things, they may find you to say thank you for what you've given them. And I hope that happens for you because you deserve that. It's incredible. What else do you want the listeners? We have listeners from around the country. What else do you want them to know about your organization?
Well, the main thing is that we have the tournament on August 9th. I hope I get a big turnout for that. It's my big event coming up. And just if you're able to help others in the world, I know it sounds kind of cliche, but try your best to do it because you never know the impact you can have on others. I certainly didn't know the impact I would have on the residents going into this, but looking back now, it's one of the greatest decisions I've ever made in my life. So.
Mhm. Yeah, it's you're a 17-year-old change maker, which is such a special gift. Not every 17-year-old realizes how they can give back by doing things like this. So, congratulations to you and your parents. Adrian, what other things do you think the listeners should know?
Um, I think they should realize that chess is a very powerful tool. I always kind of use the analogy that the brain is a muscle and it needs to be exercised. And so to me, the chessboard and playing chess is almost like the gym of the mind, so to speak, right? One could view it perspective. And I always say that we're all chess players. So, don't be scared, take a chance, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Get out there and just do chess and you'll really find it. Don't be scared.
Right, right. Yes, exactly. And whether it's chess or something else, learning something new is such a nice thing to do. We have the capacity to just be able to teach each other. And sometimes we just need to have patience and give each other that gift of time, right? So, Aston, let me ask you this. So once you graduate college, do you know what you want to be when you grow up exactly?
I'm not too sure yet, to be honest. Um, I'm just going into college with my major, environmental science, political science. We'll see what happens. Maybe uh, policy work around environmental things like that. But I really love animals, so we'll see what the future holds. Hopefully, something.
I love animals too, by the way. So yeah, if I could have a farm with just animals all around me, I'd be a very happy person. And yet I come from the city like you, so I get it. That's wonderful. And Adrian, anything else that's next besides again that fundraiser again is what date?
August 9th.
Yep. August 9th. Yep. August 9th. I think besides that, we look forward to, I think Aston had mentioned the Essex County Correctional Facility that they've invited us to expand the program there.
They don't.
So we'll be starting that pretty soon. So we're looking forward to that opportunity. And certainly, as other things come up, other initiatives, and then obviously supporting the Essex County Parks Department with their initiative of, the chess tables, right, in front of the parks. So,
Yeah. I want to ask this question because I think it's an important one. A lot of times, those in the juvenile detention centers, they're left behind. People are not connecting with them. They're not doing a lot for them. And I think the fact to be able to do something connective like this can be life-changing for them. You shared some of the impact of what that looks like for them. But do you have any suggestions of how other people can best support those in need, those who are at those centers? Adrian, do you have any thoughts or suggestions since you've been there?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a passion about a particular thing, whatever it is, right? And if you're willing to share that, especially if it's something where people can learn and learn about themselves, right? Empower them, in terms of a positive way. Certainly explore, how you can go about doing that, right? Kind of think outside the box, right? Because, they need help, right? And so if you're able to, craft something, come up with something, interesting, present it, pitch it. And if you hear no, ask again and just keep asking, right? Because yeah, there is opportunity there, right? So that would be my suggestion. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you both for being on. And before we end, I just want to ask, is there anything else you want to share?
Go out there and make a difference.
That's beautiful. How do you top that, Adrian, right? How do you even top that?
Yep. Mhm.
Aston, it's funny. I just want to share this real quick on the podcast and with you is that I went and I spoke in front of 300 high school students here in Monmouth County. I live in Ocean County, but Monmouth County, New Jersey. And I was talking about my nonprofit and the things that I was, things that I do in the nonprofit sector. And I asked how many kids here want to go into the nonprofit world after high school. Not one person out of the 300 raised their hands until I shared my entire story with them of the importance about what you just said, go out and make an impact. Then I had a line of people. And so a lot of people don't understand or really know that just by doing one thing, like just take one step to do something good in this world, that you can make such a huge difference. And people can still make money doing nonprofit work.
Yeah.
So, right?
Yeah, it is great.
Yeah. So thank you. Yes. Continue making an impact. I'm grateful to have met you both and your mom. And I want to thank her for coordinating everything. To Bridget, I'm very, very grateful. And we want to hear more. So, let us know and we'll have you back on because we want updates and we want to see where you're growing and going to. Okay. Is that a deal?
Mhm.
All right, awesome. I'm going to say what I say at the end of every single podcast. Today is the day. You cannot go back to yesterday, and you do not yet own tomorrow. So, what small or large step are you going to take today to get yourself closer to your goals? Thank you again to Aston and Adrian Roberts for coming on, and I'm looking forward to seeing some updates from you both. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.